Gary Thompson, the sales communication professional, best-selling author and private equity investor, says, master the client conversion ladder and optimize your business success. He continues, many rising stars in business try to get from A to Z in a split second in the client conversion journey. That approach will set you up for frustration, time, money, and effort being wasted. The alphabet has 26 letters. Each letter has great significance in words formation and in human expression. The client conversion process has many steps, and when these steps are overlooked, it negatively influences your ability to attract and communicate with the ideal client. You must invest in breaking through the know, like, and trust barriers that allow you to win in business. He went on to say, the first step in your client conversion journey begins with relationships. 1. Fill the relationship gaps. 2. Leverage relationships to overcome client rejection. 3. And position your brand to stand out in the market. Gary wants you to be successful and invites you to call us today to help you master the client conversion ladder, optimize your brand recognition, and increase the cash flow of your business.
Today, I have an exceptional talent in studio. And what I want to do, I want to encourage you to get your coffee or your drinks or your beer and just get settled in, because my guest today is going to inspire you in very unique ways. So I want you to take this time and join me in welcoming Annie on stage as she helps us to understand what it takes to be successful in the acting world. Annie, it's such a pleasure to have you here today.
Gary, it is so good to be here. Thank you. And I love that you call me Annie. I haven't been called Annie since I was about 10 years old, but it warms my heart.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You know, Annie, you went into business like a year ago. You started your LLC, which is titled Act Bold LLC. LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. Tell me, what inspired you to start Act Bold LLC?
Yeah. Act Bold. First of all, I think it started long before I ever formally established it, because I think in this life, if you want to get the things that you want, you have to act boldly. And I'm an actor. I was a professional actor back in America, SAG-AFTRA, working on my equity card. And then I met this hot German guy like 30 years ago and have been living in Germany pretty much ever since. When I first got here, I didn't know how I was going to make my career happen. As a matter of fact, I didn't see any way to do it, because acting is all about communicating, and I didn't speak German. There was just that one tiny little fly in the soup. But I would say about 2 years into my life here in Germany, I realized that there was actually a way for me to make my living acting adjacent. So I started doing a lot of voiceover work, a lot of presenting work, industrial films, commercials, things like that. But it was never acting. And it wasn't until, and acting is very different, right? These were all fun things to do. They were lucrative. I was always home at night to make dinner, and we had a very traditional, traditional male, female roles in our family as our son was young. So I was the one who took care of our child. I was the one who made dinner. I was the one. So it allowed me to do all that and still, have a career on my own where I was adding to our family and adding to my own life, because I don't like to be dependent on anyone in any way, right? I want the reason that I'm with someone to always be my choice and not out of need. So when my son was about 16, he and I had a standing movie night date on every Friday night. And he came to me the day before and he said, Mom, I don't want to hang out with you tomorrow night, and probably never again on Friday night. And it was the first time I think my husband was away on a golfing trip that weekend or something, because it was the first time that I really had a chance to think about, well, what do I want? Something I really hadn't, like, what do I and I alone want to do with my free time? It was something I had a chance to do before then. So it occurred to me that what I wanted was to take an acting workshop, just to kind of get back into what I love. And so
I guess guess that was an awakening moment for you to recognize that you have committed the last 16 years of your life to nurturing and molding and shaping the mind of your kid. And now he says to Mommy, I want to hang with my peers. I want to do things different. And then you're saying, wow. But I
Yeah.
guess that would have been an awakening moment to you.
Absolutely. And your question was, was Act Bold born? And I
Hmm.
think to act boldly, yes, sometimes it can be like this big heroic action, but sometimes it's just a series of small steps towards what you want.
Hmm.
And that was the first small step towards what I wanted. And it wasn't until I finished that workshop and I came home realizing, my God, this is what I've been missing. This is what I need in my life. This is what I was born to do and what I want to do. And I told my husband, I want to start my acting career again. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I was 47, but I need to do this. And at first he was, like, whatever, sure. And the more he realized how serious I was about it, the more he sort of became threatened by it, which is, spoiler alert, everything's very good now. But he was, because it wasn't that he was threatened by me wanting to be an actor. What he was threatened by was me destabilizing, changing the life that he had grown accustomed to, not being there every evening,
That's
not being.
understandable.
Yeah, it is understandable. I get it. I do get it. But people grow and they evolve, and you can either decide to grow together or you can decide to grow apart. And luckily, we've decided to grow together.
And we have talked. And one of the things that I have taken away from some of the previous conversations that we would have had is that getting back into acting when you had that aha moment, that awakening moment, was something that was transformational for you, because you recognize that you're not only given the opportunity now to fulfill your dream as an actor, but you were also able to build a company, created the opportunity for other aspiring actors to live their dreams. And more so, one of the major takeaways that I got from you is that taking the step to start Act Bold LLC was a major connector for you, because it allows you to connect with a number of critical stakeholders, movers and shakers in the theatrical world, in the business world. Can you talk to us about that? And what doors opened? What was that experience like for you to just embrace, this transition in your life?
Absolutely. First, I needed to bridge the gap between my passion and wanting to make it my profession. And I think this is the point where a lot of people go, I have no idea. I don't know how to make that happen. And they either fall into kind of like trying to fake it until they make it. So this imposter syndrome thing starts happening, or they just give up because they don't see a way forward. What I knew was missing for me was training. And so I had a couple of choices. I had decided unequivocally that I was going to return to acting. I was going to relaunch my career. So that left me with two choices as far as I could see. One was I could fly to New York, fly to LA, fly to London, and get the top level training that I wanted, or I could bring these people to me and find other actors to help me split the costs. And originally, that was my full intention, was just to find a way to not take me away from home, not disrupt my husband's life even more, right? And our child's life even more, not to spend tens of thousands of dollars flying around the world, taking these acting workshops, paying for hotels, paying for flights, all of that, right? Restaurants, but to find a way to bring the people who I wanted to work with to me and then find a way to split the costs. So that was originally my full intention and my only goal. What I very quickly realized was I was building community, which is extremely important whenever you are launching something new. You want to be meeting and interacting with other people who are doing what you want to be doing. And I was very particular then, as I am now. I coach actors still, but now it's me doing the career coaching as I've been able to relaunch my career. But it's really important who you surround yourself and that you speak to a specific specific audience, right? The people I wanted to come to my workshops were not necessarily just aspiring actors. These were actors who were really serious about their skills and their trade and wanted to improve, because that's who I identified with. That's who I felt I was. I was a professional actor. I had been doing acting adjacent for 16 years. I had earned my living as an actor. So I didn't feel like I was a novice or aspiring. I have never identified really, or maybe not for a very long time, with those words. And so I didn't want to create workshops for those kinds of actors at this point either. Not that I have anything against it, but it was just the people that I wanted. Everybody starts somewhere, and I was also a novice aspiring actor at one point in my life, but not at this point. So what it taught me was, when you bring people together, you are creating a community, you're learning these skills for free. And what this very quickly made me also realize was that it was amazing for networking. So later, and of course, I was earning money. So the workshops were earning me, a few thousand, a couple thousand to 2,000 per workshop. So it was really up to me how many workshops I wanted to do per month. But it enabled me to learn as a peer, create those relationships as a peer, and still network on another level, which then, and let me back up just a little bit, because I've been able to use this method, curating experts, curating coaches, curating these people, and creating community around the event, the workshop, the experience that they can offer, to also network on a completely different level. So while later on, initially my first goal was just to get the training, later on I would use these workshops as a way to get some cash, honestly. Need new headshots, that's expensive, I think I better put on a workshop. And then later on, most recently, I've been using the workshops as a way to network and get to know the people that I want to work with. So casting directors, producers, showrunners.
Yeah.
So there are so many benefits to it.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you're emphasizing the importance of network and the importance of relationship, because I do believe that the absence of network, the absence of building healthy, productive relationship with critical stakeholders in your industry is going to significantly undermine your success. One of the things that I often say, I've written this in my book many years ago, is that relationship is the mother of all social systems. You're going to fail. Your business is going to fail to access capital because you have not built the right relationship with the private equity investors, the bankers, the credit financial specialists, because there are all these opportunities out there, but you're not just building relationships. I'm really, really happy that you have emphasized how much networking, although it would have happened in some cases by accident, as you begin more aware of the importance of this, you became more intentional in identifying strategic partners that you want to build that relationship with, which helped to, catapult your vision and what you're doing. You also mentioned that, you had this focus on income generation for quite some time. And I know the story of that. But how easy it is as a professional actor, coach in the acting world, to make money. All right. Can you talk to us about, I know you talk about the fact that you provide career coaching to rising stars in the acting world. How easy it is to transition that profession into a major money-making machine?
Well, how easy is it to turn anything into a major money-making
Money-making
machine,
machine.
right? Yeah. I mean, I guess first and foremost, I should say I consider myself an artist. So as an artist, I'm also a business, but yes, I definitely want to make money. Money is a tool, it's freedom, and both of those things are really important to me. I think it's like anything in life. It is simple, but it's not easy. Like anything worth doing in life, it's simple, but it's not easy. So I put a lot of work into Get Better Roles, which is my signature program for trained actors, where I help them to get the opportunities to audition for the roles that they feel like they're ready for and they deserve. Passion Project to Pro is my other signature program that I'm getting ready to launch, and that's teaching people to turn what they love into what they do without being a coach influencer or expert. So, and that's by curating experts, coaches, bringing them together, creating community around that, learning alongside as you bridge that gap between your passion and what you would like to make a meaningful, impactful, income generating part of your life.
Passion project.
Passion Project to Pro. Yeah.
How long has this initiative started?
Passion Project to Pro is brand new. I'm
It's brand new.
launching it. Yeah. As far as Get Better Roles, I'm an experienced coach. I've been coaching actors for years. I used to do one-on-one. About a little over a year ago, I launched group coaching and no longer do one-on-one coaching for the program Get Better Roles. And that's a program that is based on the 5 pillars that I consider essential to have a thriving acting career: mindset, branding, marketing, networking, and community.
I love the vision behind Passion Project Pro, because what I recognize with that project, you are not necessarily targeting the rich and the famous. You're not necessarily targeting the influencer, but you're targeting the average person who may want to be an influencer, who may want to be successful. And you have created this platform to really help them to find self, to find purpose, and to also leverage all of that as a major income generating initiative. And I think I really love that entire concept behind Passion Project to Pro, is where you take the average person and you make them a pro in their area of giftedness. Brilliant.
Yeah, their passion, their curiosity, right? Because here's the thing, Gary, not everybody is or even wants to be a coach, but they do want to have a business. They do want to have that kind of financial freedom. And maybe they're not even sure what they want to do. And so this is a way to leverage your curiosity. And you don't need hundreds of people to make it work. You just need a handful of people for each workshop to make it work. So it's a way to really leverage your curiosity, leverage your passions, and explore them more deeply and decide, is this truly the direction I want to go in? And while you're getting that information. So, I mean, I think honestly, this is Passion Project to Pro is something that would work for anyone who's not looking to need a higher degree.
10X Branding and Marketing LLC, powering the next generation of unicorns. At 10X B&M LLC, we specialize in market research, brand innovation, market integration, and client conversion optimization. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing the strategic insights and innovative solutions needed to accelerate growth and unlock your company's full potential. Whether you're a startup looking to attract investors and your ideal clients, or an established business ready for market expansion, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Let 10X Branding and Marketing LLC fuel your journey to exceptional business success. Contact us now for a free consultation on how we can position your business to become a unicorn.